as far as the Russell goes, this does look like a peak still. We talked about it last night, and we kind of hit that, rejected. It's a new day, so is that all the sellers, or is that a peak? Any kind of, first of all, I do have a bunch of short positions out there, like my SPY puts. I'm in SQQQ. I was in NQ contract south. That was a good trade today. Snap puts. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, I'm in SQQQ and the SQQQ calls. So I want everything to head south. But if it does even pull back to here, still pretty bullish, right? We're still just talking about a higher low at that point. So even any red that does show up, I'm not, hopefully it goes to zero just because that's best case scenario. But the reason why I caught the knife on the short play, I'm thinking I always talk about this at the Russell. I'm about to switch these around and do the S&P first. But anyway, pullback is what I hope happens, and then a continuation would just be phenomenal. But I'm tired of going over the Russell and then talking about my S&P play, because I play it all the time, in NASDAQ. As far as expected move, we did hit that. The other ones, largely we got a little bit outside, reined it back in. So that's the same story across the board. Hopefully we pull it pretty far back. That would be awesome. NASDAQ, we hit the trend line. Told you guys about that. Trend line, lots of sellers. You should have known that. Talked about it last night. Whatever it takes. Who do I need to text, get a hold of? Bribe. I don't care. I need this thing south. I will say today, I had two plays. There was this chop right here. This is what I told you guys in the chat. This should be the morning time. Yeah. I'm going to wait for this to change direction. As soon as it broke above this, I took a long play and then ended up scalping it right here. I ended up getting out. I was just trailing it a couple candles back. Had it right here. That wick got me. And then this is where I grabbed SQQQ, also an NQ contract. Took that thing south, which was awesome. Ended up getting out right over here. So it ended up being a great trade as far as that goes. SQQQ was an add-on, so that is still down. Let's see, my puts are so fried. I'm in SQQQ shares and calls. You went long this morning? I told you. It was a futures trade. But we had this right here. We were just chopping around. At this point, the Qs were red on the day. And we kind of like popped back up. And then once that broke, I went long thinking, let's just do something. I've been short. I'm in SQQ, so it's going down. So you word it however you want in any kind of gymnastics. That was still a hedge against my SQQQ position. It would be nice if that thing just breaks down. That was great right there. But I need it much further. I didn't talk about – I talked about SQQQ calls last night. I added on today quite a bit more. And the reason why I didn't want to shout that out is because I'm just tinkering with it. So I don't want you guys to think I'm super bearish or anything like that, because it's leverage on top of leverage. I've made fun of them a lot. I don't think they're a smart play. They're just now liquid enough for me to even entertain playing. So I'm kind of just fooling around with that, which is why I don't want to shout that out, because you get someone like Technician or something that this Friday, Hoodis, as far as expiration. You get someone that copies that play or gets the wrong idea, then I will feel really bad, because there's zero conviction on this. I guess above zero because I took the play. But I just want to set the tone as far as that. Now, I grabbed SQQQ. Capital-wise, it's quite a bit more, obviously, than the calls. But its shares doesn't move that much. So hopefully that thing just breaks down. And then that's why I went shares just for time. Yeah, I'm in both. But looking at it, it's the 11 strike, which I had yesterday and then added on to today's. It brought my average down a lot. But if we even get back up to that, then I'm up. If we get close to 11, it's one of those things where I imagine what I'm thinking right now as far as this goes, and I'll let you guys obviously give a full breakdown later once the trade pans out. Once I've taken a couple, I feel like this is playing 0 days to expiration, but just super drawn out. 0 days to expiration, they're a gamble. They just wither away, and then occasionally they pop. You're on the right track. And I feel like that's how this is going to pan out, just over the week instead of 1 day. All right, expected move, just shy of it, which is interesting. I thought we actually hit that. S&P, we are above and came back in. So hopefully, not only are the fireworks, I hope the grand finale is coming, a series finale that sends it down to here. I still would buy the dip, but I would like to have a lot of profit first. Hanging out. So that expected move lined up right there with that zone. We had some decent sellers, and I don't know if there was a leading excuse as to why the sellers came in. I wasn't watching the news.